Hey everyone! Ever feel like your content is just floating around in the digital ocean, getting lost in the waves of information overload? You're not alone. In today's fast paced, content saturated world, it's not enough to just create good content. You've got to create content that stands out. But how do you do that? What skills do you need to truly make an impact and keep your audience coming back for more? So, today we are diving into the top 12 content marketing skills you need to master to not only survive but thrive in this competitive landscape. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will have a solid roadmap to elevate your content game. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started. So, number one is engage by storytelling and creative writing. So, first up, let's talk about storytelling and creative writing. Now, this is the heart and soul of content marketing. Why? Because stories are what connects us. They make your content relatable, memorable, and shareable. People are more likely to engage with content that tells a story rather than just lists facts. See, think about it. So, when was the last time you shared a piece of content that was just a dry list of stats? Probably never. But a well-told story, well, that's the kind of content that resonates, sticks in the mind, and gets passed around. So, how do you master this skill? So, start by practicing the art of narrative. Take your audience on a journey, make them feel something. The more you can evoke emotion, the more powerful your content will be. Curious about how to refine your storytelling chops? Well, first start by analyzing your favorite stories, whether they are in books, movies, or other content. Break them down, what makes them compelling. Now apply those principles to your own content, and you will be surprised how much more engaging it becomes. Second is do your research. See, next on the list is research. In content marketing, you cannot just rely on what you know off the top of your head. You need to dig deep, find reliable sources, and understand your audience needs and pain points. So, the better you research, the more value you can provide to your audience. But here is the thing, research is not just about finding data, it's about understanding the context behind that data and how it applies to your audience. It's about identifying gaps in the existing content landscape and filling them with valuable insights that only you can provide. Want to level up your research skills? Well, make a habit of going beyond the first page of Google. Dive into academic journals, industry reports, and even social media conversations. The more thorough your research, the more authoritative your content will be. Now, third in our list is repackage content with purpose. See, one of the most valuable skills in content marketing is the ability to repackage content. Now, this means taking existing content and presenting it in a new format or context to reach a different audience or fulfill a different purpose. It's all about maximizing the value of the content you've already created. Sounds difficult? Let's understand this with the example. If you've written a blog post that performed well, why not turn it into a podcast episode, a video, or an even infographic? By repackaging your content, you can reach new audience who prefer different content formats, all while reinforcing your message. Now, looking to master this skill, start by auditing your existing content. Identify pieces that have performed well and think about how you can repackage them. The key is to ensure that each new format adds value and is not just a carbon copy of the original. Fourth strategy is measure and track everything. See, content marketing is not just about creating content. It's about creating content that works. And to know what's working, you need to measure and track everything. This means keeping a close eye on your content's performance metrics, from page views and time on page to social shares and conversion rates. But this is where many marketers go wrong. They focus too much on vanity metrics like page views and not enough data on metrics that actually matter, like conversion rates and ROI. So the goal is not just to get more eyeballs on your content, it's to get the right eyeballs, which are more likely to take the desired action. Want to get better at tracking your content's performance? Well, first start by setting clear, measurable goals for each piece of content you create. Then use tools like Google Analytics, social media insights, and CRM systems to track your progress. The more data you have, the better you can optimize your content strategy. So that was the fourth one. What's the fifth one? Stand out while blending in. What does it mean? Now, this might sound like a paradox, but one of the most important skills in content marketing is the ability to stand out while blending in. What does that mean? It means creating content that is unique and memorable, but still fits within the expectations and norms of your industry. For example, if you are in a conservative industry like, say, finance, you might not want to create overly flashy or edgy content. No, but that does not mean your content has to be boring. So the key is to find a balance between being innovative and being appropriate for your audience. Are you struggling to stand out while blending in? Well, start by studying your competitors' content. What are they doing well? Where are they falling short? And use this analysis to identify opportunities to differentiate your content while still meeting your audience expectation. Now, sixth one is optimize for SEO. Let's face it, if your content is not showing up in search engines, it might as well not exist. That's why search engine optimization is such a critical skill for content marketers. But SEO is not just about stuffing your content with keywords. It's about understanding what your audience is searching for and optimizing your content to meet their needs. From keyword research to on-page optimization and backlink building, there is a lot that goes into effective SEO. And while it might seem daunting at first, mastering SEO is essential if you want your content to reach its full potential. Want to boost your SEO skills? Well, start by staying up to date with the latest SEO best practices. Google's algorithm is constantly evolving, so what worked last year might not work this year. So by staying informed and adapting your strategy accordingly, you can keep your content ranking high in search results. Next in our list is master the art of visual content. See, in today's visual world, it's not enough to just write great content. You also need to create compelling visuals to accompany it. Whether it is images, infographics, videos, or interactive elements, visual content is a powerful way to grab your audience attention and make your message more memorable. But creating great visuals is not just about being a talented designer. It's about understanding the principles of good design and how to apply them to your content. It's also about knowing which types of visuals work best for different types of content and platforms. So if you're looking to up your visual content game, start by learning the basics of design. Now, you don't need to become a professional graphic designer, but understanding things like color theory, typography, and layout can go a long way in improving the quality of your visual content. Next one is be a social media maven. Why do I say this? See, social media is not just a distribution channel for your content. It's actually a critical part of your content strategy. So that's why being a social media maven is such an important skill for content marketers today. It's about more than just posting your content on Facebook and Twitter. It's about understanding the nuances of each platform and how to engage your audience effectively on each of these platforms. So, say from crafting compelling social media posts to interacting with your audience and analyzing your social media metrics, there's a lot that goes into being successful on social media. And with the constantly changing algorithms and trends, it's a skill which requires ongoing learning and adaptations. So if you want to become a social media pro, start by focusing on one platform at a time. Master the ins and outs of that platform before moving on to the next one. And don't forget to engage with your audience. Social media is a two-way street. So the more you interact with your followers, the more successful you will be. Next strategy is develop a data-driven mindset. See, in content marketing, data is king. The more you can base your decisions on data rather than gut feelings, the more successful your content will be. Which is why developing a data-driven mindset is such an important skill. Now, this means not only tracking and analyzing your content's performance, but also using that data to inform your content strategy. It means testing different approaches, learning from your mistakes, and constantly optimizing your content to achieve better results. So, if you want to become more data driven, you need to start by familiarizing yourself with the key metrics that matter for your content strategy. Then use tools like A/B testing and analytics to measure the impact of different tactics. The more you experiment and learn from your data, the better your content will perform. Now, 10th strategy is collaborate and communicate effectively. See, content marketing is not just a solo sport. It requires collaboration and communication with different teams and stakeholders. Now, whether you are working with designers, developers, or other marketeers, being able to collaborate and communicate effectively is crucial to your success. Now, this means not only being clear and concise in your communication, but also being open to feedback and willing to adapt your approach. It also means understanding the needs and perspectives of others and finding ways to work together to achieve a common goal. So, if you are struggling with collaboration, start by improving your communication skills. Practice active listening, ask clarifying questions, and be transparent about your expectations and goals. So, the better you communicate, the smoother your collaborations will be. Next strategy in our list is be adaptable and stay curious. See, the content marketing landscape is constantly changing, and what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. And which is why adaptability and curiosity are such important skills. You need to be willing to learn, experiment, and pivot your strategy as needed to stay ahead of the curve. What does this mean? Well, this means staying up to date with the latest trends and best practices. But it also means being open to new ideas and willing to take risks. The more you can adapt to the ever-changing content marketing landscape, the more successful you will be. So, want to stay ahead of the curve? Make learning a priority. Attend webinars, read industry blogs, and experiment with new content formats and strategies. The more you learn and adapt, the more you will grow as a content marketer. And the last strategy in our arsenal is stand out with unique perspectives. See, finally, one of the most important skills in content marketing is the ability to stand out with unique perspectives. In a world where everyone is creating content, what sets you apart is your unique voice, insights, and approach. This means not just following the trends, but also thinking outside the box and offering something different. It means being bold, taking risks, and being willing to challenge the status quo. Want to stand out with your content strategy? Start by identifying your unique strengths and perspectives. What can you offer that no one else can? How can you bring a fresh perspective to the topics you cover? The more you can differentiate yourself, the more successful your content will be. And that's what you want. So there you have it, folks. The top 12 content marketing skills you need to master to truly excel in this field. Remember, content marketing is not just about creating content. It's about creating content that stands out, resonates with your audience, and drives real results. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for tips and strategies for content marketing. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep creating. Until next time, happy content marketing.